Story games are the bread and butter of the gaming industry, and when it comes to the developers who know what they are doing, the experiences they create are better than any other type of media. The thing about video games is that they are way more engaging than watching a movie or a show. We're not saying shows and movies are mediocre, we are just saying that video games hit harder because you are physically controlling the characters on screen. You take deaths of characters and major plot advances more seriously since you are in the action yourself, and you care about the details a lot more than if you were just sitting on a couch watching something on a TV. So we are going to go over 12 story-rich games that have emotional impact. There is one game that we haven't played personally, and we will talk about which one that is when we get to it. Also, we are going to stay away from spoilers in the video, so we won't be giving away any major plot points for specific games. We recommend you play the games for yourself to see why we have them on the list. So let's get into the games.
Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what...
Before Your Eyes is a unique narrative adventure that uses your real-life blinks to control the story. You play as Benjamin Bryn, a soul reflecting on his life while journeying to the afterlife. Each blink moves time forward, letting you relive memories of family, creativity, and love. But the more you blink, the faster life slips by, just like in reality. It's an emotional, immersive experience that turns something as simple as blinking into a powerful storytelling mechanic. The game does require a webcam to play, so keep that in mind. It is a very emotional journey that is short, but it is amazing. It is one of those games that was made specifically to show you how short life is and how you can blink and your life is over. If you want to experience one of the most unique games, then grab a webcam and play the game.
Get up, detective. One lost.
Disco Elysium is a groundbreaking role-playing game where you step into the shoes of a troubled detective with a unique skill system. Set in the richly detailed city of Revachol, you navigate a complex murder investigation while grappling with your own fragmented psyche. It is extremely unique because it was created by a man who wanted to write a book, but also wanted to make a game. He took the two and combined them into an insanely great but depressing story. There's a lot of dialogue and there are so many choices for you to make. It is up to you to either let yourself slip more into insanity or get your life back together. It is honestly another extremely unique game that I don't think we will ever see done this well again. If you don't mind a lot of reading and you are down for an extremely sad and depressing story, then play this game for yourself. Titanfall 2 is a fast-paced first-person shooter that masterfully blends parkour-style movement with explosive mech combat. You play as Jack Cooper, a rifleman who unexpectedly becomes a Titan pilot after his mentor's death. Teaming up with BT-7274, a Vanguard-class Titan, you embark on a mission to stop a devastating weapon. It is honestly one of the best FPS campaigns ever created. Yes, the OG Call of Duty campaigns are amazing, but there is something special about Titanfall 2's campaign. The character building and the writing of the story are top-notch, and the gameplay is extremely good. It is sad to see that another Titanfall project was seeming in the works, but was cancelled early in development. Although that was a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. If you are looking for an amazing FPS story experience, then you need to play Titanfall 2.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry.
Firewatch is a first-person narrative adventure set in the Wyoming wilderness in 1989. You play as Henry, a man seeking solace from personal turmoil by working as a fire lookout. Your only connection to the outside world is Delilah, your supervisor, whom you communicate with via a handheld radio. As you explore the vast, stylized landscape, you uncover mysterious occurrences that deepen the intrigue. What makes this game so good is the whole plot that you are uncovering. We won't spoil anything for you since it is worth playing, but the ending of the game is very divisive in the community. The game is also very short with a runtime of about 3 hours. The voice acting is insanely well done and it is definitely an emotional ride. Even though it is short, we would still highly recommend playing through the game. It has some insanely good storytelling and the world itself is extremely interesting. NieR Automata is a genre-defying action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world where androids battle alien machines to reclaim Earth. You play as 2B, a combat android, alongside 9S and A2, uncovering a story that questions existence, consciousness, and purpose. The game blends hack-and-slash combat with platforming and bullet hell elements, all wrapped in a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. Its narrative unfolds over multiple playthroughs, each revealing deeper layers of its complex, thought-provoking story. This is the game we personally haven't played, and we wanted to mention this since it is apparently an insanely good game when it comes to world building and storytelling. We are eventually going to play it, but what we have heard from the community is that it is a very emotional ride.
The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming!
God of War Ragnarok is a cinematic action-adventure that follows Kratos and his son Atreus as they journey through the Nine Realms to prevent the prophesied end of the world. Armed with the Leviathan axe and Blades of Chaos, you'll battle gods and monsters in brutal, fast-paced combat. The whole God of War reboot series is insanely emotional, and the music for the games definitely helps build that emotion. For us, music is 50% of what makes a game stick with you, and these games, especially Ragnarok, are some of our favorites of all time. The whole game, you will just be blown away by the acting and storytelling the game has, and it is one of the best single-player experiences you can play. If you haven't played the God of War reboot games, they are a must-play for anyone who enjoys good story and gameplay.
Alright, let me just get this out of the way.
SOMA is a psychological horror game that plunges you into the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, where you awaken in an eerie, abandoned research facility called Pathos 2. As Simon Jarrett, you navigate a world where machines exhibit human consciousness, and the remnants of humanity are preserved in unexpected ways. The game challenges your perceptions of identity and existence, blending stealth gameplay with a haunting narrative that explores what it truly means to be human. It is by far our favorite horror game of all time just because of how the game makes you think. It is psychological because it takes away the line between human and machine. If you haven't played the game and you enjoy horror games, then it is a must-play for you. There is a story option for the people who just want to play the game without the worry of your character dying, but that does take the fun out of the game, at least for us. Ghost of Tsushima is an open-world action-adventure set in feudal Japan, where you play as Jin Sakai, a samurai fighting to protect Tsushima from Mongol invaders. The game combines intense sword combat with stealth elements, allowing for diverse playstyles. The story is the main draw for the game, and it is what keeps you sucked in the whole time. The game doesn't hold back with its narrative, and you will be surprised a lot when it comes to certain plots. The side quests also have insanely good stories that go along with them as well. The game doesn't start to emotionally affect you until the second half of the game, but it is an insanely emotional ride. If you enjoy feudal Japan, the game is actually incredible and also doesn't follow the normal open-world tropes that other games have. Go play the game if you haven't.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish what Emily started.
Death Stranding is a genre-defying action-walking simulator that blends open-world exploration with a deeply emotional narrative. You play as Sam Bridges, a courier tasked with reconnecting a fractured America by delivering supplies across a desolate, post-apocalyptic landscape. With its unique social strand system, players can indirectly assist each other, emphasizing themes of connection and cooperation in an isolated world. It has an insanely unique story that pulls you in the moment the game starts. I think people look at the game and judge it before even trying it, but the game isn't for everyone. The story is actually insane, and sometimes very hard to follow, but it is an amazing experience if you enjoy the gameplay. The second game comes out in about a month, so I am mentally prepared for another emotional roller coaster.
You're fighting to change things.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a turn-based RPG with real-time elements. Set in a Belle Epoque-inspired world, players lead Expedition 33 to confront the Paintress, whose annual ritual erases people of a certain age. The game features a unique combat system blending turn-based strategy with real-time actions like dodging and parrying. Its rich narrative, emotional depth, and innovative mechanics have set the game in People's Game of the Year contender list, including us. We normally don't like turn-based games, but the build variety and combat made us fall in love with the game. It also can be extremely sad at times. Just look at the premise of the game. It is about the false hope that each expedition gives to the helpless people on the safe island. If you want an amazing emotional experience, then this is one of the best out there. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an epic Western adventure that puts you in the boots of Arthur Morgan, a seasoned outlaw navigating the fading days of the Wild West. As a member of the Van der Linde gang, you're constantly on the run from lawmen, rival gangs, and the encroaching tide of civilization. The game offers a vast open world teeming with life, from bustling towns to untamed wilderness, all rendered with stunning detail. It is one of the best looking games of all time, especially for a game that released over 7 years ago. The game is full of highs and lows and is one of the best story games to ever come out. It is also an extremely long game and is a prequel to the first game that released in 2010. If you want an amazing experience that is very emotional, then this is one of the best ones to enjoy.
He's alive. Where?
The Last of Us Part 1 is a meticulously rebuilt version of the 2013 classic, delivering a deeply emotional and immersive experience. Set in a post-apocalyptic United States ravaged by a fungal outbreak, players follow Joel, a hardened survivor, as he escorts Ellie, a teenage girl immune to the infection, across the country. It is one of the greatest stories ever, although it is partially nostalgia talking. If you haven't played the game before, it is one of the best zombie games ever created. The second game is also an emotional roller coaster, but not in a good way. We won't spoil what happens for you since it is a game that you should experience once so you can know what we are talking about. Just be prepared to feel mentally broken by the end of it. There is a time and a place for movies and TV shows, but there is something special about video games. They pull you in and make you experience it firsthand instead of you just mindlessly sitting there and taking in the media. Let us know which of these games you have played, either because of the video or because you've already played them. Also, let us know what other games we missed in the video since there are many other games out there. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. Also consider subscribing if you enjoy our content. All links are in the description, and thanks for watching.